So with that, we move to 174, and it's number 9th ranked Dylan Lydy of the Purdue Boilermakers, a redshirt sophomore, 25-10 on the year from Indianapolis, Indiana, taking on Logan Ritchie, a redshirt sophomore, 9-16 from New Boston, Michigan. It's not the first time Logan Ritchie has faced the Boilermakers this year, as he took on Mario Lavelle in the MSU Open. He beat Mario Lavelle 3-1 at 165. So another wrestler that kind of goes back and forth between 65 and 74.
Yeah, he spent the first half of the season wrestling 65, bumping up to 174. Coaches deciding that that was a better place for him rather than that 174 spot. But he's been bouncing back and forth. 2016, 2017, he was also 165 and 174. Similar situation where he started at 165 and ended up bumping up to 174.
Dylan Lydy has scored first in 21 matches on the year. That's good for second best on the team behind Sean Streck, the Boilermaker heavyweight, as he tried to go for this double leg takedown there. Nice fight off by Logan Ritchie, and they continue to dance around at neutral.
Interesting choice there by Ritchie. Kind of looked like he went for a trip, hip toss hybrid there, trying to step in.
A little snap down there by Ritchie. Lydy fights it off. Dylan Lydy, the 9th ranked wrestler, as I mentioned. That's best on the team as far as flow mat wrestling rankings. And it's shown with that 25-10 record, he could be a force to be reckoned with in the Big Tens. Attempt shot there by Ritchie. He has a nice hold of the back shoulder blades of Lydy. Unable to do anything with it. Strong move by Dylan Lydy to be able to fight that off and go back to neutral, as they now wrap up once again with heavy hands, trying to find the inside advantage here as we approach the last 20 seconds of the first period after what was a high-flying, high-scoring first period match. Last time out, we've now had a little bit of a dud, you would say, if you're looking at it from a point scoring wise. Both wrestlers trying to feel each other out and figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. As you see Ritchie there kind of try to go for the one-arm swing. Lydy does a good job fighting it off once again, and that ends the first period. So the decision goes to Dylan Lydy. He decides to go down, so Lydy will start down here for the Boilermakers to start the second period. Kind of a aggressive move there. A lot of times you see wrestlers defer when it's a 0-0 match going into the second.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to go out and get some points pretty quickly just to make sure he's on the board.
Twice Lydy gets to his feet, gets slammed back down to the mat, but now he has a nice hold of that right leg of Ritchie. Ritchie doing a good job trying to hold on to the left leg of Lydy. If he can keep a hold of that, he will at least work his way to a stalemate. If Lydy can break free, he might have enough for a 2-point reversal here. See Lydy continue to move his legs and try to keep Ritchie guessing back and forth, trying to find out which side to attack. He gets to his feet, nice roll through. Still can't break the grasp of Ritchie as they continue to roll around here. And a stalemate is finally called. Nice job there by Logan Ritchie to fight off Lydy and avoid the 2-point reversal.
That was a great job by Ritchie, just staying in control there. I mean, the entire time there was no change of control was ever had, or Lydy would have been awarded a point. So a great job by him to stay in a position where he wasn't going to give up the reversal.
So after the reset, Lydy continues to start on bottom. He gets back to his feet once again, and this time is able to break the hands and get the 1-point escape as they go to the bench. And Michigan State's coach wants to have a quick word, Roger Chandler. with the referee. I think he didn't like the way that the hands were locked and the way the ref was calling that.
Yeah, they ended up giving him 1 point for locking hands and then 1 point for the escape. This is what I was going to say. The referees, or excuse me, Roger Chandler, the coach for Michigan State, coming in with the challenge brick. That was what I found interesting as that whole thing, is the referee had stopped time to talk to the scores table.
Right.
And Roger Chandler coming over talking to the referee.
He forgot his brick, though.
He cannot come over and talk to the referee while he's trying to talk to the coach's table unless he is challenging something.
Yeah, it's like a talking stick. You got to have your brick.
Right. He has to stay over in the corner. So I was very interesting to see.
As you see there, Roger Chandler, he went over pretty upset of the situation, but he had kind of angrily walk back to his bench and grab that plastic challenge brick.
Roger Chandler, as we're talking about him, on his 21st season, I believe, overall at Michigan, on this Michigan State wrestling program, second as head coach. He's been at this program for a long time. He was an All-American, wrestled at Indiana, 3-time All-American at Indiana. So someone who's been around wrestling for a long time and been around this program for a long time, taking over as the head coach just a couple years ago.
Yeah, he took over for a long-time head coach Tom Minkle, who directed the program since 1991, but he retired following his 25th season at Michigan State in 2015-2016. Look at the other side there. You can see Purdue assistant coaches Tyrell Todd, A.J. Shop, and Jake Sufon. Not pictured in the frame is Coach Tony Ursland as he's off behind. A long delay here for video referee Bill Andrew to take a look at this one and try to sort it out. I wonder if it is him trying to decipher or if he's trying to get the look he's looking for.
Probably trying to get the look that he's looking for. There's four cameras around this gymnasium that they use for that. So it's tough. I think that obviously they're looking at the locking hands, I believe. So it's going to be tough to get the close-up on that.
So after official review, the call on the mat stands. So Lydy is awarded the point. So he takes a 2-0 lead here in the second period, and they go back to wrestling at neutral. So locking hands does end up being the call. As there's a nice shot there by Lydy, fought off really nice by Ritchie. It's twice now Lydy's tried to go for that single leg and is unable to grab it. Interesting that Ritchie switched the leg that he had forward. He had that right leg forward for most of the match, but after back-to-back shots fought off, he's now switched to have his left foot forward. Trying to keep it interesting, trying to mix it up for Dylan Lydy, who seems to have most of the offense so far, or at least trying.
If you can do that on purpose, it's a very good sign of a good wrestler that can switch up their stance like that. A lot of right-handers like to lead with a specific hand or with a specific leg.
Yeah.
Lefty's the same. So if you can switch it up a little bit and give your opponent a different look, it's a very good strategy.
So that concludes the second period. Lydy takes the 2-0 lead after getting the 1-point escape and the 1 point awarded for locking of hands by Logan Ritchie. And he will start down here in the third period as a caution is given to Michigan State. Impressive showing here so far for Logan Ritchie. I mean, he hasn't really done much, but he's also fought off a lot that Dylan Lydy's tried to pull on. It'll be interesting to see if he's able to get out here in a timely fashion, as it just seems like Lydy is just a little bit more powerful.
That's the case in a lot of Lydy's matches. He ends up being the stronger wrestler, not always the better wrestler, but he's oftentimes the stronger wrestler in his matches.
So Ritchie gets the 1 point escape here, cutting Lydy's lead in half. Riding time currently 38 seconds in favor of Lydy, so nowhere near where it needs to be awarded the extra point, as he now goes for that single leg takedown. He's able to get it, a huge single leg takedown for Dylan Lydy to increase his lead to 4-1.
Great job by Lydy to hold on there through the edge of the mat, making sure not to give up that escape point. He's doing a great job of trying to control Ritchie just to make sure that he doesn't give up that point and put him back down on the mat.
If you're Logan Ritchie, there's still a whole lot of time left and a whole lot of wrestling left to be had here in the third period, as now he gets the 1-point escape. So now he's only a takedown away from tying up this match. It's one of the first real shots we've seen Ritchie try to pull off here in this match, and he had a decent hold of that leg of Lydy. Lydy did a good job pointing those hips to the mat and avoiding it and getting back on top here, as we have a stalemate and go back to neutral. Good shot there by Lydy, and a nice 2-point takedown for a little insurance as he moves his score to 6-2. Impressive move not to sit back and play defense and go get some more points.
It was a great shot by Lydy too, to get that shot quickly and to turn, spin around Ritchie, and to make sure he drives through to get him down on the mat. That's one thing that Coach Terry Ursuline has talked a lot about, as there's a lot of guys, according to him, there's a lot of guys on this roster that take a lot of very good shots, get good looks, but end up giving up points or whatever the case may be because they're not able to finish.
So winner by decision is Dylan Lydy, a 6-2 win.